What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Zeno for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Part 2 of the 6-year anniversary has now been underway for about a week, at least a week. We just got the legendary summon for Part 2. Hopefully you guys have had some decent luck summoning on that, or hopefully you just skipped it entirely. So with that now under our belt, what is coming up next for global players? Well, we have a Part 3. So this video is going to be running through and breaking down all the stuff that's going to be coming up in Part 3. And I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks to prepare. Things that I've already reiterated many times on streams and other videos, but I still think it's worth to mention again, just to, remind the few people who might have forgotten or just want to look ahead to the Part 3. Because the thing about Part 2, while there's still plenty of stuff to work on, the legendary summon, it's kind of like, for most campaigns, the center core, like the primary feature of a campaign celebration would be the summons. So for the first part, the Dual Dokkan Fest, everybody wants that because it's a Dokkan Fest banner, which means, the chances of you getting the things that you want are better. The units have more value. The featured units have more value. There's a lot more to be gained from that type of a banner. So that's the centralized core of the campaign. But when the campaign is focused around a legendary summon, it doesn't have as much depth. It doesn't have that same level of appeal that a Dual Dokkan Fest centric campaign would have. So because of that, Part 2 might feel a little different to some of you, rightfully so. And some of you might feel great. I've been watching some collabs that people have been doing. I've also done some summons myself. I saw some live summons on 5.9, and I just gotta say, there have been some ridiculous hype summons going around. So for those people, that's great. But for some of you, you decided to skip, which is smart. So how can you look ahead to more exciting stuff in the 6-year anniversary? Well, the Part 3 will take care of that for you. So we're checking out the JP side of things for the Part 3 of the 6-year. And as you can see here, we've got another co-op mission. So what I'm going to do is just run through everything that happened on the JP side. I'll quickly do like a little preview to each of the events. I'm not going to go into full detail because that will be done in a separate video for each one. But let's take a look. So we got more missions, Transcendent Anniversary missions. Looming Barrier, Desperate Survival Co-op Campaign. So this is the third co-op campaign. The first one was completing any event that had to do with the Universe Survival Saga. The second one was completing any quest, I think anything, period, with 3 or more Universe 7 units on the team. Now, for this one, you have to complete easy area of levels. That's pretty much the stage or the mission here. So the easy area is going to be one of the new things that's going to be unlocked for Part 3, and you have to basically just raise the rank of the team missions. Every time the number of stage clear of all team members reaches a certain number, the rank of the team missions will increase. So this one is a little, I guess this one is probably the least hype of all of them, because this one is a lot less appealing to do en masse, because when you're farming out events or when you're doing quest mode, there's no end in sight because you could just keep going theoretically. Whereas here, they're saying that the more times you complete the easy area, the more points you get for this collective goal. But once you complete the easy area after a certain point, you don't have to go back in because you're literally doing it to awaken your units. Once you finish awakening them, what's the point? So the co-op campaign for this one is basically focused around the easy area. And the more that you do with everybody else, the more rewards that we get. So it's probably the least hype. But the payoff is a lot better because in the end, we get this wallpaper, and this might be the best wallpaper that we've ever had. And in my opinion, I think it is the best wallpaper. I normally don't like to use wallpapers in Dokkan because I like to have that wheel. There's something more lifelike about having your team visible on screen. But I will definitely be using this once in a while because I do like this shot. Plus, again, y'all should know, Universe Survival Saga, my favorite category. Representative Universe 7, Universe Survival Saga, all that stuff. Now, let's take a look at the Easy A. We have an Easy A and an Easy Area. So we'll start by taking a look at the Easy A. That is for the LR, Goku, and Frieza. Can you believe that? This was the first time in Dokkan history that a summonable LR was getting... Actually, was this? I don't remember. This was... Okay, you know what? Safer answer. This was one of the first LRs in Dokkan history that was summonable and getting an Easy A. And of all LRs, this one did not deserve it at the time, but given, the situation, given the campaign, it makes sense. So, LR Goku Frieza, my very first LR in the entire game, my very first rainbow in the entire game. is getting an easy A. And this unit is weak to legendary... Oh yeah, Broly. Broly was first. Legendary power and Universe Rival Saga. So legendary power units will do more damage, which means LR units will do more damage. Universe Rival Saga units will take less damage. So you can imagine what that pretty much means. If you look at Universe Rival Saga, you basically just want to be running all the LRs. So this is not a whale event, but it will definitely go by a lot more smoothly if you have the LRs, and if maybe I guess you're a whale. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I will do a breakdown preview video on this EZA in the future. I don't want to go over all this right now, but just keep in mind that this is coming, and this is structured differently. This is not going to be your traditional 30-round EZA. This is going to be a 10-round EZA. Each round basically being worth 10 rounds from the normal format. So this is going to be a lot more difficult, and it's going to be a lot more challenging, but again, hey, it's content, and you get to awaken this guy, LR Goku Frieza. I'm just glad that they didn't upgrade the reps of Universe 7 category. Can you imagine if this went up to like 188 or something? That's just asking for trouble. So yeah, I'll go over this in more detail in an upcoming video, but that is the EZA preview for Goku Frieza. Now let's take a look at Easy Area Warriors of Universe 7. So this ties directly into the community missions that I was talking about, the co-op campaign right here. So this is the event that you got to be doing in order to meet that goal. This is a culmination of all of the free-to-play units that we've been accumulating up till this point during the 6-year anniversary. Initially in part 1, we had the first 2 or 3 stages for each of the story events that involved awakening these guys or attaining these guys, except for the UI Goku. The UI Goku has already been in the game, but you still needed the medals from the new stages to awaken him to the TUR level. But now that they're fully rainbowed, because you all should have been working on them, now that they're fully rainbowed, they're fully awakened, you now can take them to the next level and break those limits and make them even more powerful. So this will also be another video where we talk about what these guys look like with their EZAs, but they are really, really, really good. I'll tell you right now, one of the best free-to-plays in the game right here. This Krillin 18 probably is the weakest of them, but still really good. An amazing stacker for a free-to-play unit. We've got Tien and Roshi, insane support. Insane support! I know I'm supposed to do this in another video, but look at this. Look at this. Key plus 3 attack and defense plus 40%. This is free to play. This is free to play! And one of the best free to play stackers in the entire game. Autonomous Ultra. Well, what happened? Autonomous Ultra Instinct. So you have to get these units done. You have to be working on them. You have to farm them out. You have to rainbow them. Get them ready so that when you jump into this easy area, you can get them all maxed out. You can only bring these characters into the event. So the free-to-play units, so Roshi, Krillin 18, Tien Roshi, and Ultra Instinct Physical. You can bring the anniversary collectible that you are given, that Goku. You can pick up the free-to-play SSR 18 and 17 from the story event, same with the Frieza. Basically, all the free-to-play units that you can use. I'm surprised that the Gohan isn't allowed in here. I'm really shocked that the Gohan is not in here, the SR Gohan. You can also use Fit Buu, you can use the AGL Krillin. So it's like a mix of free-to-play and pay-to-play. I don't understand why it's not a fully exhaustive list here, but basically the point is, everything that you've been working towards at this point should now all be able to be used on this team to then help you reach the final stage of power for these free-to-plays. So make sure to work on all these units. If you don't have them, make sure to go farm them out. This 17 and 18 can be farmed out from the story event. I'll show you right here. Universe Rival Saga Final Battle right here. I think that's it. I think everybody else is summonable. Yeah, 17, 18. You definitely have pulled these units during your summons. Like during your Dual Dokkan Fest, you pulled some of these. During your Legendary Summons, you pulled some of these. So there should be no problem in putting this together. Plus, if you have all 4 of the free-to-plays, that's 4 units. All you need is 2 more, right? Because your friend unit is going to be the physical Ultra Instinct Goku the entire way through. So all you need is just 2 more units. So bring that Fit Buu, bring that Gohan Piccolo, or the Gohan Frieza, whoever. It'll be easy. So that's the easy area. This is going to be a big part of part 3. And now let's look at the final, actually, one of the last 2 things that they're adding. So the God event. This is a permanently available event. We've been getting 4 gods each part so far. So we got Furby, Barbie, the vending machine, and the Chuck E. Cheese defect. Then for part 2, we got Ugly, Champa, Beerus, and we got Firefox, or Star Fox. Did any of you guys catch that in my video? I did a breakdown of the Firefox event, and I was using Star Fox references from Melee, like, constantly. Did anybody notice that? So for the last part, we're going to be getting Sidra, Rumshi, Belmod, and Gin. Gin. I don't know anything about these units, like, as far as how people have been having experiences with them, because I've been going into these relatively blind. I say relatively because what I do know is that they do have these things. I just find that it's a more fun experience, and it's a more genuine, candid experience for global players to see when a global player gets to experience this for the first time. So I will be doing the same thing for these units. This looks terrifying. I gotta say right now, I'm probably the most terrified of this. He's immune to everything. He attacks twice. He can lock your rotations, and he can seal you. Bro, if he attacks twice, then theoretically he could seal you. Theoretically, he could steal 2 out of your 3 units every turn. Are you serious? Okay, so that's gonna be fun. So yeah, these 4 gods are all that's left. Once they're done, you will unlock all of the required pieces of the Zeno support memory to unlock Zeno itself. The Zeno support memory is Universe Rebel Saga category allies attack and defense plus 10% in battle. This seems very underwhelming, but given how support memories work, this is kind of like an extra boost to your team from the get-go. So it's, you know, support memories often will trigger unnecessarily at the start, or they will trigger when you're in a bind. This one will start right off the bat and still help you pretty well. So I guess in a sense you can see it that way, but you know, it's not like a must-have. So don't feel like you're missing out like crazy. Oh, there's a spider! Spider! Die! There's a spider! This is a single take! Oh my god. There's a spider in my room! It's huge! So that's the god event. That's the Zeno. And lastly is Chain Battle. Chain Battle, we're gonna be fighting Judith. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go! So hopefully you guys are looking forward to part 3. Part 3 is gonna be awesome. And that will be starting in a few days, probably I think at the end of the week, around the start of August. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments your thoughts on part 3. Yeah, it's a big spider. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Now, remember to Dokkan responsibly.